got your ass. We've got your ass now.
Adam was made from clay. Okay, let's get into it. I say God created man from clay, according to Genesis 2:7, and the Lord God formed man from dust, and of the ground breathed life into him like a cathanoid, into his nostrils the breath of life, man becoming a living soul. Right? It sounds a lot like another story I've been covering, but it clearly say creation from clay. God created man from clay. And if you look at some, it hit different when you see the image of him. Right? You see the image of the man created from clay. You end up getting a lot of Greek or Egyptian, that corner of the world. Right? You see some of the images of the tiny man. Notice he's a tiny man, Prometheus. Right? Notice it's not a baby that grow into a man. It's like a little person. I don't know the PC term. I don't want to get no strike, but it's like, a person that suffer from short human being syndrome. This is the Egyptian depiction of it, creation of humans through clay. Right? Follow me. Okay? You got the Greek virgin. You see the divine hermaphrodites. Right? You see the Anunnaki creating the first man. It's a little man. The Egyptian, Prometheus. Right? So this not my idea, right? That's the thing about debates and stuff. Like, a lot of these theories and ideas already out there. I just like to break it down. You got the Prometheus, Egyptian, Sumerian, Anunnaki depiction of the small man. What's another word for small man? Tiny human, not pygmy. Right? Not little person. It's a certain word I'm looking for about the small man. Okay, Atum, Adam, science, Egypt, and religion. Created himself from dust. Scientists say that we are all made of stardust, which is carbon. 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. Adam, first made of dust. Christians saying from dust we came. Okay, so I'm establishing Adam was made from dust, from dirt, from clay. The hue man, the color, the red man. Right? You see before, after, way after. Okay? I set the sun god Haru with the sun god Haru married with the son Jesus. Okay? See, that's why I like these memes and Pinterest put togethers, because people be busting it down in one screenshot. That's weird that God made 7 days and then named them after other gods. Sunday, Moon Day. That's kind of, Moon Day is deep. Tuesday, Wooten, Tusco. Thor's Day, you see he looking heavy Masonic. Frigga and Sealer. Right, some of y'all never heard of that. That's a video within itself, but... Right, we gotta look at the Bible. Pagan idols, the Roman Catholic pantheon. Okay, Jupiter, Juno. You see some of the names. I don't want to get too off topic, but I like to explore some of these put-togethers. People be putting it together. Okay, walk with me. Adam was made from the dirt. Adam was created from the soil, which is actually reflected in his name. Okay, carbon, 3 sixes, neutron, proton, electron, atoms, right? Neutrons, protons, electrons, atoms. All right, so it say Adam was made from the dirt, reflected in his name. Let's talk about the golem. It's an animated anthropomorphic being in Jewish folklore, which is entirely created from inanimate matter usually clay or mud. Right? You remember the golem from the Tolkien Lord of the Rings. They say it could mean treasure. Right? Another suggestion is that it's derived from the golem, being a Jewish folklore. Jewish meaning Hebrew. Hebrew meaning covenant with God. You know, Jesus came from the covenant people with God, the camp of David. A golem is a creature formed out of lifeless substance such as dust or earth that is brought to life by ritual incantations and sequences of Hebrew letters. The golem, brought into being a human creator, becomes a helper, a companion, right? The golem, shaped out of inanimate matter and brought to life by magic, right? Jewish mystics to become closer to God, become God, creating people, not in the natural way, right? Our golems evil. Some of them work for good, providing services. Other golems are forces of evil, mindless, destroying both people and property. Sound like the troglodyte to me. Golems, however, become dangerous and unpredictable, often to the point where they had to be destroyed in order to stop them from rampaging. This seen an example of the hubris. Creation of the golem is seen an effort against nature, right? Against nature. What religion believe in the golem? The Hebrew. It's in the Bible. Psalms 139, chapter 16. The Talmud, okay? Right? The Hebrew ancestors. What type of monster is a golem? The troglodyte. Okay, Adam was a golem. Let's get to that. Shout out Zip with the drip. Psalms 139. My light formed from raw materials. Right? Connoting the unfinished human being before God's eyes. The word golem occurs once in the Bible. Right? Before God's eyes, the golem, the monster. Right? What kind of monster is a golem? A homunculus. That's what he is. Adam was a homunculus. Right? Is in Islam brought to life through enchanting. Muslim, Jewish, Eastern. See, I told y'all that Eastern. I'm gonna bring it all together though. I'm on their top. Right? Pause and read anything you want. All of this is proof. Do the golems have soul? It does not have a soul. Interesting, right? Do golems have a soul? Okay, y'all go back and pause and read anything that caught your attention, which is all supporting this. I'm almost dared to say fact. Now, do golems have a soul? No, the seat of the soul. Right? Where's the seat of the soul? We all know the seat of the soul is the pineal gland. Right? Follow me. Some of y'all know where I'm going with this. The pineal gland held this seat because it was thought to be the only middle structure that is single and mobile. Any spirits within ventricules to animate the body. Okay. Many spiritual traditions believe it's a connection between spiritual and physical worlds. The pineal gland, the seat of the soul. So Descartes established the seat of the soul in the innermost part of the brain is that the pineal gland. Okay, walk with me, talk with me. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Right? Rock with me. You know? Okay, pineal gland, seat of the soul, and rational thought. You see the depiction, right? You see the depiction, and let's get into some depictions. So, the seat of the soul is the pineal gland, right? So, golems don't have a soul. If your pineal gland is calcified, then it's not working, then what's your soul doing? technically, do you have a pineal gland if it's calcified? Right? It's almost saying like, yeah, I got a car, we ain't got no engine in it. It's just like, it's no engine in the car. So it's like, you got a car, but you don't have a car, right? It's almost like saying, I got an engine, well, you don't have a car though. Like, you just got an engine. So it's like, if the pineal gland is calcified, like, you don't have something. Something ain't functioning as if it was a regular pineal gland. Now, some people say white people, pineal gland is calcified. And, you got scholars like Dr. York and others who have, said that they don't have a soul. Is it true that the Caucasians have calcified pineal glands? Right? Quora, Q, or whatever that is, they be talking some interesting shit on there. But, just so they don't take me down, this is all entertainment, educational purposes, entertainment purposes. This is opinions, not statements of fact. This is theory of science and research, not fact. Don't sue me, don't flag me, don't report me. Okay? So, back to the topic. The pineal gland is serious business. And my thought is, like, this is why they find ways to decalcify and unlock it, because they don't have it unlocked, right? It's more alchemy. It's like, how can I meditate? How can I unlock my kundalini? How can I decalcify my pineal gland? Right? Neuroscience. Because you're not built like that. You built from clay and dust, like the golem. Right? Like the golem. Okay, we got young Pharaoh. Let's see what he talking about. Maybe he can break it down. Khalil Muhammad.
Your African sciences. Like, for instance, Masons call it climbing Jacob's ladder. They have 33 degrees. This is because 85% of white people are born with the calcified pineal gland. So your spine is Jacob's ladder. You have 33 vertebrae in your spine. The 33rd vertebrae is right here, where your 5 physical senses are. So, by a white person, like, you have what you call kundalini energy, the serpent energy. Many of y'all, go look up the Caucasians. Red Cross Blue Shield, they have the 2 serpents that go up the thing, and they have the wings. They stole this symbol from the black African Egyptian Imhotep. This symbol was on his hospitals. The serpents represent kundalini energy that travels up your spine. Once this energy travels up the spine of the black person, it pushes open the pineal gland like a trap door. In the 3rd ventricle of the brain of a black person, they have a dark liquid there. This liquid spills out of the 3rd ventricle into the 4th ventricle, stimulates the brain, and this is what gives you psychic ability.
Alright, young Pharaoh, dropping some bars. The old young Pharaoh was something serious. Right? The new young Pharaoh, something different, but okay. Right? Homunculus, the punitive, fully formed human body, historically believed to inhabit a germ cell, egg or sperm, and have the capacity to increase in size, giving rise to an adult human. The word homunculus is Latin for little man, little person. Right? Remember from the beginning of the video, the man formed from clay was a little man, a tiny human. Right? Now notice they said it took a germ cell. A germ cell. You saw that with your own eyes. Right? Now, in America, most Americans have German. The most commonly reported ancestry to non-Hispanic white Americans include German. Right? You see all the rest, 9, 12, 4. I wonder what the rest of the genealogy is, if most of them is German, 13%. But let's break that down. What's a germ? A microorganism, especially one which causes disease. We've heard this from other scholars about the Germans, the German. Okay, a portion of an organism capable of developing into a new one or part of one, the homunculus, the embryo bud nucleus. right? The embryo and the cereal gland, right? Y'all gotta hit that show more and get into the etymology of shit, right? We're gonna get into the etymology. You know, that's probably the next video we're gonna do, the etymology. Who were the Edomites? Edomites. Right? Who were the Germans? Archaic. It's an adjective, right? Talk heavy. Had a sibling having the same parents, right? It's already sounding like some genealogy, homunculus, right? Was Adam German? You ever seen a melanated Adam and Eve? Most Adam and Eve you see are void of melanin, right? Sarasut Seti said that was the first sin, was not having melanin. You see a lot of pictures of Adam and Eve holding their hands up at the sun, and they try to kick it like they embarrassed for the shame they did of eating the apple and all that, and they nudity. But Sarasut Seti said some scholars say that being void of melanin was the first sin. Now, there's pictures depicted of Jesus born as a homunculus, as a tiny grown man, right? We're not talking Benjamin Button. I'm talking flat out, full head of hair, bald spot, right? Why does the baby look like an old man, right? Shout out to Mind Unveiled. They touched on this real heavy in the homunculus video. Right, go back and check my video out. Jesus was a homunculus, flat out. I ain't even gonna speculate. You know, all opinion and views in this video is just entertainment, educational purposes, not statements of facts, just opinion. Right, free speech, fair use. You understand? Well, let's get back to the golem, and Adam was a homunculus. So you see, when you type in Adam was a homunculus, you get some responses, right? Let's see what we got. The homunculus is formed from male bang, and the golem merely from virgin soil. What's the difference between a golem and a homunculus? The making of a golem is primary religious, right? Similar longing and similar relationships with a problematic of sameness. So that there's alchemy and substantations. That's heavy. What's the origin of the homunculus? The term first appeared in alchemist Paracelsus, right? He once claimed he had created a false human being referred to as the homunculus or the golem. The creature stood no more than 12 inches, right? Usually associated with the golem. So this is telling you flat out the golem and homunculus is the same thing, right? The golem is somebody that's created from dirt, clay, and made into real life. Adam was made from dirt or clay. Adam is a homunculus. Now, a lot of times you see Adam and Eve, they got on caveman clothes, right? Were caveman created when Adam and Eve were in the Garden of Eden? Adam and Eve were not described as being a caveman or caveman. The most significant statement made about them, God created them in his own image. Okay. That's interesting, because if that's the case, they should have melanin, right? We can agree on that. All right, let's see. Dinosaurs existed first 250, 300 million years ago. So God created the dinosaurs before the humans, I guess. The Bible don't speak of dinosaurs though, but if God created the dinosaurs, or did God create the dinosaurs, are the dinosaurs real? Some say the museums got fake bones. You know, all the museums, some say got fake bones. But the world gonna tell you that the dinosaur came first, right? So did God create the dinosaurs or not? Right? Did God create the caveman? Caveman is Rh negative, has no melanin. He's a troglodyte. Adam is the name given in Genesis. 1 through half of the first human. Right? Okay, so Adam was made from dust and dirt. The golem is made from dirt like a plant, right? The golem is made from dirt. Adam is made from dirt. You make the homunculus and manure. Manure is best, fertilizer for plants. You make the homunculus and manure. It comes out fully grown, right? Full grown man. Adam was made as a man. You don't hear the baby years of Adam, the teenage years of Adam, right? Adam was born a full grown man, right? Notice the cannabinoid, how he breathed life. The fire needs air. He breathed life into the baby, human, adult person, right? So Adam was a homunculus. Adam was a homunculus. Adam was a golem. I don't know if anybody, put that out there, but I'm putting it out there. Adam is not Atum, the god of Egyptian lore and all that. Adam was a homunculus created from dirt like a golem, the tiny human with mysticism and signed on him, and they you got to put the demon sigils and the insignias on them. Right, just go back to Sumerian, the homunculus. This should go back to Sumerian, ancient Egypt, playing with DNA, mummification, right? Adam was a homunculus. I'm stamping it. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like and subscribe. HBO help a brother out, turn me up. I'm out. Love y'all.